Hello and welcome to your practice. Today we're going to be going over a standing balance toe hold. Don't worry, you don't have to hold your toe if you don't want to. We're going to start with a very user-friendly option that everyone can do, and then we'll progress from there. So begin in Tadasana, mountain posture, and just take a nice deep breath. And we'll just do a few arm sweeps to begin and reach all the way up. And while you reach up, feel not only your arms lifting, but almost your insides lifting. So your pelvic floor, your belly, just imagine everything like elevatoring up. And then bring the hands back down to center. Reach up, feel that pelvic floor lift. This is going to translate to more solid balance. And bring it down. And we'll do that one more time. Reaching up and then lowering down. Now, for this next part, you might want to have a block or a stack of books, something that you can have ready for a little shelf for your foot. And you can bring your hands to your hips or bring your hands to this heart center position, whichever feels good. And then just start to lift up, tapping your toes, the ball of your foot on the block, and then bring it down. We'll do that 3 times on one side. And then on the last time, leave your foot up. Make sure you're really light on your foot, not only to keep the block from tipping over, but also to build your stability. Just notice how this feels. Maybe you even bring your hands right to the leg, like this. And then we're going to try adding a little twist to this. So, whatever leg you have forward, rest the opposite hand on your thigh towards your knee, and then begin to rotate your spine. When you're ready, come back and lift up your leg and release. Either move the block over or just move your body over for the opposite side. We'll do those 3 taps to begin. Lifting and lowering. Lifting, lowering. One more time. This time we'll hold, making sure that you're not rounding your back or looking down at the block. Really let your shoulders go back. Find a stable spot to look at out ahead. And then when you're ready, bring your arm across to hold on to your thigh, or just rest your hand on your thigh and add a little twist. And come back to center and release. Now we're going to move the block over to the side, placing it just about 6 to 12 inches away from your body. This time, we're going to lift up the knee, externally rotate the hip, and then just rest the ball of the foot on the block. You can still touch your knee, hold here. When you're ready, come back to center and either walk on over to the other side or move the block. When you're ready, lift, externally rotate, and then get right to your block. It might wobble a little, but once you find that joint stacked position, it should be stable. You can also make it more stable by stacking 2 blocks at a lower setting instead of just using 1 block up on high. When you're ready, come back to center and release. So from here on out, I'm going to stop using the block, but if that felt comforting to you to have that there, you can feel free to utilize it as you like. We're going to start by balancing on the right foot and just lift and lower your left knee a few times. Feeling again that strong lift of internal support. On your next time, go ahead and grab right underneath your leg, holding around your hamstrings. You might feel a little wobbling, that's okay. You could also try holding right on top of the knee And then see if you can hold on with just your left hand. So same side arm, same side leg. And we're going to try opening up into that external rotation, just letting the left hip externally rotate and your knee will point out to the left side. Hold there. And if you fall out of it, that's okay. Come back at your own time. Take a little moment to regroup. Let's come back to the center and regrip with both hands, either around the knee or behind it. Now we're going to hold with the opposite hand, holding onto the kneecap or holding on behind the leg, whichever you prefer, and start to add your twist. Take a breath, and when you're finished, come back to center and release. Just take a moment in mountain to notice how that all felt. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So start to feel your stability balanced on your left foot, and we'll just lift and lower the right leg 3 times. On the last time, hold behind the knee or right on top. Trying to get your base standing leg nice and long and trying to keep your shoulders back and your spine elongated. That can all be a challenge in and of itself, so it's okay if you decide to stay right here. If you're ready to move forward, hold on to the same side or with the same side hand to the knee. And just begin to externally rotate the right hip and hold. Just for a few breaths. Of course, you can do this against a wall with your hand touching a wall or a chair for stability. When you're ready, come back to center and then switch the hand that's holding the knee. Start to slowly add your twist. Take a few breaths here. Then return to center and release. All right, take a breath, just regroup, spreading the toes and feeling strong and stable in mountain. We're going to go through that whole thing once per side again. And this time you'll have the option, if you want to unbend the knee and reach out to grab your toe or hold on to a strap. So if you think you might want to use a strap, you can grab that now and place it around your left foot. The strap can be really nice for this one, especially if you have a little tightness in your hamstrings. So we'll come up and you'll hold the strap, or you can hold on to your big toe. The choice is yours. And just take a few breaths here in this straight on orientation, trying to stand up tall, trying to lengthen your base standing leg. And then if and when you feel ready, you can start to stretch your leg forward. Standing toe hold. Remember the option to hold on to your strap. From here, we'll come into that externally rotated position, starting to stretch the leg out to the side. Once again, you might be holding your toe here, or you can hold on to the strap. Or you can go back to that first option where you're holding your knee, just like this. Whenever I'm teaching this in a group setting, I always make sure to show the knee bent option so that everybody has somewhere to go. When you feel like you've had enough of that, come back to the center and then trade off the hand that's holding your toe or holding the strap. We're going to get ready for that twist. Start to revolve back. Either looking off to the side or looking back behind you. And then when you feel ready, come back to center, bend your knee, and release. And if that felt wobbly, or if you came out and in to the posture a few times, that's totally fine. Even when you are coming out and into a balanced posture, you're still getting in that hard work on balance. So let's get ready for the other side. If you're using a strap, go ahead and loop it around your right foot now. And then we'll come up and just get nice and stable. And when you're ready, stretch your leg out, holding the strap or holding your toe. If you are holding your toe, make sure that you're really locked in. So you're curling your toe slightly forward so that you've got equal pressure to counter the amount you're pulling back with your peace fingers. That way it doesn't feel like you're going to rip your toe off. When you're ready, externally rotate your right hip, nice and open. I like to take my arm out to the side, as you may have noticed. Just sort of helps with that counterbalancing. Take a few breaths there and then return to center. Noticing if you wobble, that's okay. And then start to twist. Looking to the side or turning to look back over your back shoulder. Stay here for a few breaths, then come back to center and release. And of course, if you were using the strap, you can take that off of your foot and just come back to mountain pose, noticing how you feel and taking a few breaths. Now that we've tried with the toe hold, let's go through one more time with the knee bent. So start to transition onto your right foot, lift your left knee up, and then come across and hold with your right hand. Taking a little twist back, coming back to center, and then we'll go into that external rotation. Come back to center and release. Other side, lift up. Cross the arm across so your left hand is holding your right knee. Take a twist. Come back to center. Then externally rotate. Come back to forward facing and release. Bring your hands together right in front of your chest and take a few final breaths here in Tadasana, mountain posture, feeling strong and stable with both feet on the ground. And then feel free to continue your practice on from here, or if that concludes your time on the mat for today, thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.